Arc 5 World is here, and along with it, Pendulums have arrived in Duel Links, and right now, I think this is the best Pendulum deck that we have in the game. Maybe Yosenju could top it, but right now, I think that Gadgets probably do this the best. So, the big problem that Pendulums have, I think, is that you obviously have to use up a lot of resources to put your scales on the board. Going first, you only have 4 cards in your hand, and if you have to use up 2 of them on your scales, you only have 2 cards left to make your plays with. So, Pendulums are kind of short on resources at times, and I think that Gadgets help solve that problem a bit, because whenever you normal or special summon these guys, you get to add another Gadget to your hand. So you're constantly replenishing your resources, giving yourself more cards to play with and to summon every turn, and to go into a whole bunch of rank 4 XYZ cards, of which we have a ton of different ones you can go into. We have a total of 9 different gadgets here, so constantly be able to search them. Also, one of them is a gold gadget, which doesn't search, just to help in case we draw a whole bunch of gadgets in our opening hand. It gives us a way to unbrick our hand and actually go into XYZ plays right away. We're running the Swing in the Action Pendulum skill, so that we actually have the pen zones on the board, so that we can run our back row and our spell cards and not have any issues with that. So in order to do that, we need to have at least 12 Pendulum monsters in our deck, which we definitely want to have so that we actually can, be able to Pendulum summon. But your opening hand ideally needs to consist of 1 low scale, 1 high scale, and at least 1 gadget in hand. That's sort of the ideal hand you want to go for. So we will have a balance of low scales and high scales in here, as well as different ways to search them. We have 3 Archery and Eccentric. This card can't be searched at all, but it's just an amazing Pendulum monster, right? Acts as an MST, it acts as an exiled force. This card is incredible. It's just a great addition for Pendulum to have right now as they launch out the gate. This is another great card for Pendulum to have, is Samurai Cavalry of Reptier. So anytime you attack a monster with this, their monster is going to die before, anytime, as long as it's non-Pendulum. So attack a non-Pendulum, you're going to kill their monster. This is a great way to out things like Lunalight Saber Dancer and all kinds of annoying cards. Absolutely love this thing, and people don't read it either. You're going to watch in the videos, people don't read this card, and they think that if they attack into it, it's going to trigger its effect. Not true. You can attack over this thing. You just, with your monster, if your opponent has this on the board, as long as it's not a Pendulum. So, but people don't read that, and so people were wasting Lightning Vortexes. People were afraid to attack into this thing. They didn't know what to do, just because they didn't read the card properly. So, you guys remember to read your cards. Also, it's a dinosaur, which means we can search that with Fossil Dig, and we have still a rank, or I guess say a Pendulum scale 5 in here. So we have a low scale and a 5 scale. You need to have your scales lower or higher than 4 in order to summon all your gadgets, which are level 4s. So that, when I say low scale and high scale, that's what I mean. So we have a low scale and a high scale that are a dinosaur, which means that Fossil Dig can search for either or, and that's kind of the theme. Tanky has multiple beast warriors in here that I can search for. If you need a scale higher than 4, then you search for this Performapal monster. If you need one lower than 4, then you search for this little normal monster here, which has a cool little effect on it whenever you have an attack over something. But both of these can be searched out with the Tanky, so whatever you need, if you need a low scale or high scale, you search out with Tanky. So that's where the kind of versatility in this deck comes into play. Like I said, all you need to do is just have 1 gadget in hand and a way to get a low scale or a high scale on the field. And it's usually pretty easy to do that with the searchers, with having the various Pendulum scales in the deck. Painful Decision can again search out a low scale or a high scale by searching out either Draconia, either of the Draconia monsters. So yeah, I really like what the core of this deck is doing. The only problem I have is that this takes up a lot of spaces. Obviously, you need 12 Pendulum monsters, and then your 9 Gadget monsters, and then we have all our searchers to give us the consistency with our Pendulum cards. It comes out to 28 cards, so we only have room for 2 other things. 2 Treasure Trap Hole to fill it out. It's the best trap card in the game. A little bit of extra removal in here. Again, I mentioned rank 4s earlier. There's a whole bunch of different great ones in the game. These are the 7 that I have in here now. There's several others that you could have, that I could have included that I chose not to, just because I didn't have room for them. But there's tons of other rank 4s that you can include. I mean, so many, but yeah, this deck just has great access to a wonderful toolbox. Probably the best XYZ have with the rank 4 engine. So yeah, this deck's a lot of fun. I think it's the best way to play Pendulum right now. We're going to show a couple of different games right now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing to play with this deck and seeing what Pendulums can do and trying out the different pen decks that we have access to right now. I know Triff Gaming was playing a version of this deck almost, I don't know what his most recent list is, but yeah, I definitely think that this is, and yeah, just super fun deck to play with. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, it helps out the channel, and you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Yeah, this is really tough. We want a thinner deck though, so let's go ahead and go for Tanky first. Yes. We already have like a low scale, high scale. I guess we might end up using our high scale for popping back row potentially, so I guess we can just go for this. Also Fossil Dig. Search. Honestly, if I just want to use this as my scale. If anything, maybe I just go ahead and set this. I might just keep the Archfiend and use it as a pen scale. I have to dig. I have to get a gadget or I'm in big trouble here, right? I guess I could just set this, let it, if it dies, I just pen summon it back, right? And again, I guess that's fine too. Wow. Using up a Vortex on this and discarding a Polymerization to do so. Okay. Hey, does he have a way to finish me off this turn? Drop because of Microwave Konami, sir. Ah, that's rough. Yeah, I know. Of anything, I was hoping that they would fix that more than anything else. But yeah, it's unfortunate we still having these issues. 415 people. Holy crap! Oh my god, that's a ton of people. That's insane. We'll see what the deck breakdown for that looks like. Have they got it posted, I wonder? Might be able to, yeah, I was gonna say it's probably a little early for it to be up. I'm sure Duel will have it later on though. So he added Navigation to hand. That's almost certainly what his set card is. So I just play the Eccentric and go for the Circle then? I think so, right? Oops. Activate effect. Circle. Yeah! Alright, pen scale. Pen scale. Yeah, Pendulum, summon. 1, 2. Actually, no, that's right. You can only bring back 2. That's okay. That's good. That's fine. Okay, you can only bring back 1 from the extra. It's money on the line. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, there's a ton of money. Absolutely. Worried about the face dance. It's not. It doesn't seem like it's triggerable though, so it's possible. Maybe I can just normal summon, activate, search, special summon. This 1, 2. Malevolent Sin. Banish an attack for game, maybe? No hand trap. Let's see here, 18, 24, let's go. We got it. Painful decision. Let's go ahead and get our big scale to hand because we got a yeah. So we'll go ahead and Pendulum. Yeah, Tribe Loading, that's the one I was just looking at. Yeah, that card's really good. That card is insane. I hope we don't get that. I hate playing Trimid enough. Alright, I got to Pendulum Summon. It's out to the board. Activate, we'll search our deck for yet another gadget. Let's go for the Gigant. Add this from the grave to hand. Alright, and then we'll end turn here. Alright, I'm gonna fill my water. I'll be back in 1 second. First thing first, let's gather resources, because we might need them. Because this deck does all the super annoying things with their Karma Cut and a Gear Gigant that has no material on it. That's totally fine with me. Lunalights have pendulums. Yes they do. Actually, I honestly, we were talking about this earlier in the stream. I might be totally okay with them banning Saber Dancer and then giving us the Pendulum support. Give us the Pendulum support and then ban Saber Dancer. I probably would be okay with that. So this thing has to be attacked for it to trigger. I'm going to just summon a Eccentric and pop it. I can't Pendulum summon it because of the level and the scale of the monsters, but we can just throw this off the board. Pendulum summon, 1, 2, 3. Hope nothing more annoying than Saber Dancer. Yeah, it's just so annoying. I'm just so tired of playing games where it's like, oh, my deck can't kill Saber Dancer, I lose. Or I'll load up with a new deck. Oh, my deck has 10 answers to Saber Dancer, you lose. And like, who wins and loses is not determined by who's the better player, by who's the better deck builder. It's just, does your deck have non-targeting removal? If yes, you're going to beat Lunalight the majority of the time. If not, you're just going to lose the majority of the time. And it does not matter how good of a player you are. It doesn't matter how good of a player they are. None of that matters. All that matters is that they put out Saber Dancer and GG. Game over. And that's just infuriating. We don't have 3,000 here, do we? We are, or 4,000? We're short by 100. I don't think I have a way to actually get to enough to OTK him here, do I? I'm short. That's shitty. I mean, what do you have? MST to negate my Tenki? Providence? Okay. Literally did not we won. GG, it's over. Yeah, I was gonna say it's over, dude. Just scoop, yeah.